starting standing nice and tall, just do some squats up and down. So your hips are hinging back behind you, your back's nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. With a squat, really check your posture. So you want to make sure that your knees are not going in front of your toes. Your hips are hinging back behind you, so like you're sitting back into a chair, keeping that length in your spine so that the muscles in your pelvis can really lengthen and stretch, and then get your glutes to engage as you come up. And then moving on to the elbows together. This is a really great way to open your chest. So as you come together, feel the back broadening as your elbows touch, and then push all the way back, so opening across your chest without getting too much arch into your back. So the elbows are opening, feel that in the front of your chest. And then the shoulder squeeze, squeezing into your upper back. Feel your shoulder blades slide together. We can get quite a lot of tightness in this area, so squeeze your shoulder blades and then relaxing back forward again to get that opening of your chest. Squeeze your upper back. And then moving back to some squats again. Hinging your hips back behind you, keeping your back nice and long. Soften your shoulders. Really feel yourself pushing the floor as you rise up. Feel your heels pushing down, your leg muscles, your glutes, your butt muscles activating. Squeeze your elbows, close and open. Press together in front of your face. Push back and open across your chest. Feel that broadening across from elbow to elbow as you open. Nice and tall. And then arms down by your sides, and we'll squeeze your shoulders together, shoulder blades together into your spine. Subtle movement, feeling the upper back, feeling into the shoulder blades, getting that movement in the upper back. Squeeze and relax forward. Open and relax. And now we're going to come down onto the ground and do some bridges. So these bridges are great for posture, evening out any imbalances if you spend a lot of time sitting. So feet pressing into the floor, nice and neutral through your back. Push your hips up and down. Try and roll through your spine if you can, to try and feel that mobilization through your back. Rolling up, push your hips up through a comfortable range of movement. So you might find that the more you do, the easier it becomes, or the bigger the range of movement you get. So just work with your body, notice how it feels. Don't force anything that doesn't feel comfortable. And then I'm just going to reach up and grab my block. So you can use a couple of stacked blocks. I've just got one, so I'm going to put it on its side, which is actually quite high. So you might want it a little bit lower. Maybe use a couple of encyclopedias. And I'm just chilling out. My hips rested on the block, knees staying bent, so that I'm holding that open position. You can see from my shoulder down through my hip to my knee, I'm nice and open. My back can lengthen, trying to sink my upper back to the floor. So pushing down those back ribs, pushing down into the ground to get a nice length through my hip flexors. I'm just taking a few nice deep breaths there. Breathe in, breathe out. Engage your glutes. Back into a bridge, up and down. So just a couple of bridges, noticing if it feels any different after that stretch. You might find your hips increasing in flexibility. Rolling through your back, softening your shoulders, relaxing your head, using your glutes to push up, rolling up, rolling down. Push your feet into the floor. Staying up, bring the block underneath your back again. Find that position where it feels nice, it kind of rests. You can rest your weight on the block. Breathing deeply here, sink your upper back to the floor. And then I'm just going to straighten out one of my legs. And that gives a really nice opening, but just be careful, move into it slowly. I'm going to alternate legs. So you see that curve, I'm opening through the front of my hip. As I say, I'm doing quite a big stretch, so you probably want to do something a bit smaller, have the block a bit lower. And you also want to be thinking about sinking your chest to the floor at the same time, sinking your upper back to the floor. I'm just alternating legs, one then the other, trying to relax as the hip opens. Some lovely hip opening stretch. And then removing the block will stretch out your hamstrings. It's a really nice stretch, just stretching one leg up to the ceiling, pushing the sole of your foot up to the sky, keeping your back nice and long, your lower back nice and long. Switch legs, straighten the other leg up to the ceiling. You'll see my knee is slightly bent, so that makes it a bit easier on the knee, a bit easier on the back. So I'm not curling through my back to force the stretch. A slight bend in the knee, stretching into my hamstring muscles. Changing legs, other leg straight up to the ceiling again. Pushing up through the sole of your foot to the sky, nice and long through your back. Changing legs, push your other leg up. It's holding still and breathing. The breathing helps to soften into your muscles. Deep breaths. Changing legs again. And then relaxing down, changing legs again. Final one, press up to the ceiling. Notice if anything's eased, if your hamstrings feel nice and stretched. And then pull your knees into your chest and relax. Well done, all finished.